Hello, my name is Rich Howard, owner of Architectural Builders Supply. This video is to bring you a closer look at the Koala Kare 875-KIT. This is a KB110 replacement shock for the baby changing station. It'll be for the 110, then the SSRE, and the SSWM versions of the baby changing stations. And it's a replacement shock is what it is. Koala offers practically all of the parts, I think really all of the parts for their units so that you can continue to rebuild them and get continued use out of the significant investment in baby changing stations. There's a link below this video to the parts diagram or parts list, which allows you to see that, see all those parts as they pertain to the different models. There is, more importantly, looking at the parts list is handy because it will give you an idea of where this is located in the overall, layout of the unit. But opening up the link to the instructions will give you the steps by which you go about installing it. Basically, the instructions are this: remove the unit from the wall. Okay, that's going to be number one. And once you can get the unit off the wall, you're going to want to make sure that you place it on some surface per the installation instructions so as not to damage it whatsoever, especially if you're working with a stainless steel model. You're going to want to be absolutely sure that you're not damaging any of the finish. And once you get the unit off, you'll be able to view the existing shock from the back side. So step one is indeed remove the baby changing station from the wall by unscrewing the mounting screws from the inside of the unit. Place the unit face down on a soft material to protect any stainless steel finish. Step two is the shock can be accessed from the back side of the station, and that's why it's handy to look at the parts list because it shows it installed in the back side. On both ends, of the gas shock, there is a C-clip that will hold the shock on the thin and on the thick ends. You're going to want to carefully use a flathead screwdriver to release some tension from the C-clip in order to be able to slide the end out is what you're trying to do. Same sort of option on the any recessed model that you might have. They're going to want the door to be open in those instances all the way so that you can remove this material. That takes us all the way to step four, which is slide the thin end of the replacement shock down through the hole in the back of the unit, snap the replacement shock onto the lower ball stud, make sure the shock is secured by giving it a twist. Make sure that it's connected. You wouldn't want it to not be connected. Step five, close the baby changing station all the way with the door completely closed. Compress the shock so that it can be attached to the upper ball stud, which is here. Snap the shock onto the ball stud. Again, test to make sure that it's there and not going to come off. Open and close the unit several times to ensure that the shock is working, functioning, and repeat any of the above steps if there is any sort of anomalous behavior. Not only the shocks are available, but per that parts list there are a number of things, straps, etc., decals even. I'm partial to Koala, and it's because they make getting replacement parts easy. And if you have a need for a baby changing station, I suggest that you use Koala for that purpose alone. And the fact that it's the name synonymous with baby changing stations, or at least in my opinion. If you have any questions on the Koala Kare 875-KIT replacement shock or their KB110 series, I'm trying to get the camera to focus on that lettering. There's an image of that below this video. You can review that. If there's any questions on this or any other Koala Kare part, please feel free to reach out to us.